What's up? Real MVPs, Ricky Widmer here, and welcome into another edition of MVP Sports Live right here. You might be watching us on Twitch or YouTube. I am joined, as I always am, with my beautiful co-host, Dave Oster.
Hey, everybody.
Wouldn't it be weird if, as I reached over, a hand just came, into your area?
This side. I need a hand to come this way. Yeah, I can't quite do that. We can high five.
We can. We can do it. Wait. It's the
oh.
Angling of my hand is weird.
You're so low. You gotta go higher.
There we
go higher.
There we go. No, it's the angle back too. It's the.
There you go.
It's the gap. my wrists don't bend like that, Dave. There's too much fat keeping it in one area. Too much chub. But we are here talking. We got a little. So here's what it is. It's Super Bowl Friday, or I should say Super Bowl Friday, to go back to Super Wildcard Weekend. We're talking about the big game most of the day. However, there is a sprinkling, Dave, a light little drizzle of other news that I added onto the show.
Yeah, that's the only reason I'm here, Ricky, is that sprinkling.
Yeah, the first one you're going to really like, Dave.
I know.
The last one.
I took a sneak peek, yeah.
The last one.
And
Jake
the last one I'm also going to enjoy.
The last one you will enjoy because Dave's going to get the hell out of here. So Jake can come in and talk some baseball. Before we get into everything, though, quick housekeeping. If you're not in the Discord, the greatest community in the universe, go ahead and join it right now. Link down below or exclamation Discord into Twitch chat. Get you that link. If you want to support us, patreon.com/MVP vids. Yeah, patreon.com/MVP vids is how you can go ahead and do that. You can also throw us a sub onto Twitch, twitch.tv/MVP vids in case you're watching on YouTube. Either one of those, you get rewarded for supporting us if you want to. Bronze, silver, gold, platinum. Twitch subs are bronze patrons in our mind. You can get rewarded for supporting us if you would like. Feel like something just hit my leg and fell to the floor. That was kind of weird. Last but not least, we are on Twitch, twitch.tv/MVP vids, but we are also on YouTube at MVP Entertainment, or MVP Sports. I did it. I'm flipping up the YouTubes today. MVP Sports. So go ahead, follow us at both locations so that you can stay in tune with everything for MVP. Dave had to step away because he told me this pre-show. I hope that I'm now going long enough. I've just gotten to the end of the housekeeping, and Dave has just come back. This was perfect. It was only a 30 seconds off. But Dave, the first thing we're looking into before we look at the Super Bowl, little Bears news going on, Dave. So here's how loving it. So this is how this all unveiled today, which Ian Rappaport, I think it was Rappaport, came out, said that basically Carson Wentz is for sale. He is for sale. He is being traded. Then there was a tweet by Brandon Robinson, who I don't know. On his Twitter profile, it says football coach, former college football safety, Rule of 3 podcast at WC.
I know Rule of 3. Yeah.
To me, I don't. So to me, I'm like, is this even a credible source? But apparently it is. He said as of 30 minutes ago, this was about at 1 o'clock our time. So around 12:30, the Bears have the top offer for Carson Wentz. Unless another team comes over to top Wentz, will be headed to Chicago. Bigger offer than most have expected. Bidding war will do that. Big Cat then quote tweeted that and said, "God damn it, why?" Also on Hamadan today, they talked to it. Lombardi said basically the Bears were kind of negotiating with themselves because he gave the point of when you're a GM, you don't know what the other offers are. You're just going in and you're just doing what you like. What
in your best interest.
What you kind of hear. That's why the Vikings leaked out, hey, the Patriots are interested in Stephon Diggs. So the Bills are like, holy shit.
Make that market.
We got to go out and get that. Dave, if Carson Wentz is a Chicago Bear, you being a Bears fan, how are you going to feel?
I mean, not great. Not great. Yes, we have a quarterback who has talent, but why did he struggle in Philly, Ricky? I literally had this conversation with Jake hours ago as he tried to tease the fuck out of me for being a Bears fan, as we often do. But I mean, it's the age-old question of, okay, in Philly, what did he not have?
Offensive line.
Offensive line. What do the Bears lack?
Offensive line.
Offensive line. What else didn't he have in Philly?
Wide receivers.
Wide receivers. What do the Bears not have because Allen Robinson is leaving the organization?
I was like, the Bears do have them, but they are just recently going to lose them wide receivers.
Yeah. So, where the fuck is this coming from? Is my question to you.
It's a win now mode, baby. This is it. Nagy and Pace know they're living on borrowed time, Dave. They're living on borrowed time.
The only way this works is if we tag Robinson, force him to stay, overpay for him for the year, and hope that he and Wentz get along. We go draft back-to-back linemen and then attack free agency. We're going to overpay on everything. We will spend whatever it takes to go ahead and address the position because he can't stay upright. And we saw what Nick Foles did without an offensive line. Also, anybody thinking of that? Nick Foles is still on our fucking roster. How's that going to work out?
So here's the greatest thing. Two things. One, the tweet that I had to retweet was, I can't remember who put it out, but it's basically Nick Foles walking into the Bears locker room and seeing Nick Foles. No, Carson Wentz walking into the locker room, seeing Nick Foles. And it's the Michael Scott, no. It's like deja vu all over again.
Unless we're trading Foles as part of the deal because of the massive numbers of the salaries.
I think that's it because, yet again, take this as you wish, McAfee and his crew are not reporters. They are like us, where they just react to what the media cycle gives out. They were saying that it's probably going to be closer to like a Jay Cutler deal, which was Kyle Orton.
QB swap plus
a first this year, a third this year, and a first next year. So that's what the asking price. Okay. So really, you're not going to have your first round pick. The Eagles are, which if you're the Eagles, that's great because you can go double wide receiver.
I don't think that anyone goes double wide receiver.
I mean,
I know this is one of the best classes ever, but they can address a big need for them. And again, Foles, excellent mentor for Jalen Hurts.
Yeah,
this is a win-win in my mind for the Eagles. It's a lose-lose for the Bears because we get a quarterback who can't stay upright without an offensive line, without the picks to get an offensive line.
Yeah.
Ricky, I'm afraid for the Bears because this is another offseason where we're going to get excited because we got Carson Wentz. We're going to hear how he was a former MVP caliber player. Obviously, he got hurt during the season, led to the Nick Foles Super Bowl run, whatever. We ain't even going there. We're getting rid of Nick Foles, apparently. But we don't have we still have two massive holes on our team that haven't been addressed. And I mean, yes, if there's one man I trust to make late round picks effectively, we do have him still as our GM because we refuse to fire anyone.
Well, and here's the thing. If you're a Bears fan, you've got to hope that the Colts come with a big offer because
that's my hope. I'm hoping this is just, hey, we're leaking this publicly. Bears are leading the race as well. The Colts are the team that need a quarterback badly.
And that's the thing where the only thing on the Colts today, and this is everywhere was saying this, he went on the radio with Dan Dockich and he said the quote that was making wildfire is, "We are exploring a lot of options. I can tell you this. There's no trade going down today," which that was 5 hours ago. As of right now, there's still no trade. The big rumor is, does the trade get done before the Super Bowl?
Or I mean, technically, the trade can't happen until March 15th.
But agreed.
So it doesn't actually matter. But yes, they will
Saturday
agree to.
Night, do we hear? Bam! That news drops. And here's the thing that I think.
What's that?
Does Roger Goodell step in, go to the Eagles and go, you can have your talks, you can agree to a trade, don't fucking announce anything until after the Super Bowl.
No.
Basically let this weekend be the big game. We want all the focus on the big game. We don't want anything taken away from it.
I don't think that they can control leaks in the NFL with the amount of connections these guys have. If
Shefty finds out, Shefty's tweeting it.
Exactly. And Shefty's got about 9 guys in each front office who are Shefty bros. So not a chance that happens. Plus, I think that it's positive news for the NFL as opposed to the haircut COVID catastrophe that happened in the middle of the week. It's been nothing but the talk.
The half fade.
The half fade. It's like it's not negative news, which is what they need right now because it's all people have been talking about is like will they all clear the fucking process and everything? And it's been a very quiet week outside of that. So I don't think there's any real concerns about taking attention away from the game of literally the GOAT versus the next arising potential GOAT.
The baby goat.
So baby goat. Yeah, I like that. I like baby goat. Yeah. I don't think that's a problem. I think the Frank Reich thing in Indy is exactly why this goes the way I think it will. We are a point to jump off of. Basically, they're using us as leverage towards the Colts.
Yeah.
So that way the Colts will have to pay up to get their quarterback, and hopefully not lose out on too much talent because it is a very good defense. And hey, if they can bring in Wentz and re-sign Ty, that's a team that could go for a Super Bowl. Yeah. They're a team that can compete with just about anybody out there. So I like the idea for the Colts more than the Bears because I think the Bears have more issues to address. I don't think that we're an exact fit for Wentz, but also long term, we might be a better fit for Wentz. Like that's the thing. If you look at it from a 1 year window, sure, there's concern. But if we're saying, hey, 4 years down the road, we love Carson here in Chicago. We were able to rebuild our offensive line through draft and free agency over time. Great. The problem is that our defense is ready to go right fucking now.
Yeah. And
that is the concern is where's our window at? Because we have been desperately clawing at the playoffs the last couple of years.
I'm going to throw on the nugget I threw on earlier is the defense is ready to go right fucking now. But also you have a coach and a GM that I believe they feel like this season coming up is borrowed time. Like, like when
it is. When you all know it.
When you usually hear the time of like when somebody usually you hear it like when somebody where it's like they have cancer and the doctor says there's a 99.9% chance you are not surviving this. And then they survive it. And you hear they're like, wow, I'm on borrowed time to live. Right now.
Yeah, you have 6 months to live message. And then it's month 7. You're on borrowed time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whether it's in remission or whatever.
That's Nagy and Pace right now. They should have been dead. They should have been gone, fired. Not literally dead. By the way, for people who misunderstood that,
Chicago fans may differ with you,
but
Bears fans may feel differently, Ricky. That's all I'm saying.
They should not have jobs right now in Chicago, and they know that, and they feel like I feel like maybe Pace more than Nagy is probably feeling like I got to make a fucking move. I can't bring Mitch back. Which rumors are he's going to Carolina. That's the rumors there. We're going to have to wait and see how this unfolds. It'll be great to maybe Monday. We're talking about Carson Wentz trade either to the Colts or the Chicago Bears. But Dave, the big game is on Sunday. We're gonna break this up into three sections. We're gonna give a preview where we're just gonna talk about the game, what we think about it. Then we'll do Wet Boys and kind of do our ad break for Manscaped. Then we'll go on to player props. Got a lot of player props, Dave, and I'm actually gonna do something live on the show. I am making a bet live on the show.
By the way, I have to ask.
Yes.
I lost you that bet last night. Yes.
Yes.
That parlay.
You did. I'll tell you exactly what fucked it. Because I checked it this morning.
Shot at it.
I checked it this morning. You did better than what I would have done, Dave. Like what it was because I was.
We're going over unders on NBA games last night.
Yeah. So the bet was, let's see, because I had a couple. So we went 1 for 4 on that parlay. The Jazz Hawks was under 208.
So I nailed that one.
Yeah,
nailed that one.
It was. Okay. I did not. I was with you. I didn't expect Blazers Sixers to go over 223.
That third quarter was explosive.
Yeah,
didn't see that coming.
Memphis Rockets went on. Like that's the thing. Looking at it, I was like, maybe should have flipped those two. Like the over on the Blazers Sixers, under Rockets Grizzlies went under, had the over of 225, and then Nuggets Lakers. I would have went with you. That game would have been an over. I thought there was going to be more scoring.
They blew them out too early. That was the problem.
I hate those.
It wasn't competitive, and they killed so much time.
That's why the Jazz Hawks game was what it was. Was the over under was so low that the over helped because the Jazz blew them out. Yeah. Jazz blew them out, and it was like there's no points.
Good enough. Good enough. We're just throwing darts up here, losing Ricky money. That's what I do.
It's only $1. It's
True.
only $1. I'm not putting $30,000. Hey,
we'll try to make that back for you later in the show on player props.
Knock on wood. Maybe I make it back today with some college stuff. I also I think his name's Nick from the McAfee show. He had a hockey parlay that McAfee put in the. Bruins money line, Panthers money line, and then 3 over-unders on other games. I'm like, fuck it, I'm locking that in for $1 because that's $18 if I win. Sure. So we'll see what happens. But we'll have the player props, then we will make our picks for the big game on Sunday. And Dave, this Super Bowl, kind of a unique Super Bowl because I feel like most people feel like the Chiefs should win, but there's a lot of people that I feel like are going to back the Buccaneers. I'm not talking betting wise. That's different. I mean, fan wise, because you've got Tom Brady against the Kansas City Chiefs. And the big thing for me coming into this game is I feel like people are underestimating the Chiefs. They're not even the dog in this. They're underestimating them. They are forgetting what makes this team great just because the guy on the other side happens to have 6 Super Bowl rings.
Happens to be the greatest player in football's history.
Yeah. Been to the most Super Bowls, 10 of them.
Yeah. He's the best player in NFL history as of today. Look, you know, it's funny. Carson Palmer was on the PMS today, and he was talking about how the change in the NFL as far as quarterbacks taking hits brought an act by himself getting murdered by a crawling defender, changing his career with that injury, helped Tom Brady be the greatest quarterback ever, because without him getting that rule enacted, Tom Brady's taken big fucking hits. There's no way he's playing until he's 47.
No,
not happening. So I mean,
maybe he's Andrew Luck then. He's
some food for thought there. Well, that's what they were concerned was like, do you see Joe Burrow? He died out there.
Yeah.
Like, is this kid gonna live? And they're like, well, he's got to start playing like Tom Brady. Just don't take hits.
Yeah.
It's just that easy, guys. Just don't take hits. So I understand why teams or why bettors are like, yeah, I mean, the Chiefs are good and all, and they did just come off of a Super Bowl win last year, and they've done nothing but I shouldn't say kick the shit. They've beaten teams all year. But like, it's Tom Brady. So they're just going to be like, well, the refs are probably with Tom Brady. The NFL's with Tom Brady. Tom Brady's got an incredible defensive line to attack Pat Mahomes, who is playing without multiple offensive linemen.
Eric Fisher out today officially.
Yep. So I mean, like, there's a lot of reasons why people are favoring Tampa Bay. But like, that offense is just unstoppable in my mind. I'm going, how is Travis Kelce gonna not get about 110 yards through the air in a tutty? Like that to me is like, how do you stop these guys?
So for me, there's an easy way to stop them, because like the thing with the Chiefs, well, I shouldn't say easy. It's easy on paper. It's not easy in the game. The only 2 losses the Chiefs have so far, really, they only have 1 loss.
Oakland?
Because that's the only loss they really have.
Not Oakland.
Las Vegas.
Las
Vegas. That's the only loss they really have, because the other one was the Chargers week 17 when they were playing Chad Henne. Like, that's not a fucking loss. That's you gave the game away.
Air Bear did get his.
Air Bear did get his. They did what they needed to do to win, but like, Patrick Mahomes wasn't out there. And still, they lost 38-21. I just look at that and I go, that wasn't the Chiefs. That was...
Yeah, don't even count that. Don't even count that.
But like, the Vegas game, Vegas did one of the things, at least, you need to do. Because for order for the Bucs to win, in my mind, they have to do 2 things.
Sure.
One, they have to they need to get after Patrick Mahomes. They need to get after him. Shaq Barrett, JPP out there, they need to get after him. Sue up the middle. Haven't won a Super Bowl yet. Let's see if he gets a Super Bowl title.
There's so many great players on that team. It's just like, I love the ring chaser fucking thing about it. Like, there's so many guys in that roster who absolutely would help their careers by winning this but like, are still very impactful players. It's not just guys, 4th stringers out there. They're very impactful players. JPP, a lot of people forget how good he was until that playoff performance where he was just bringing the pressure.
Yeah.
So like,
if let's say the Chiefs do win on Sunday, does Sue come back and re-sign with the Bucs? Like, if you're Sue and you lose the Super Bowl, do you say run it back one more time?
If Tom's coming back, which it seems like all signs point to yes. Gronk's coming back, all signs point to yes. So yeah, Sue should come back.
Gronk's coming back if Tom comes back.
That's it. That's exactly. It's Tom's time. Tom goes yes, then everybody else goes yes.
Yeah, like
that's all it comes down to.
Because if he's not on this team, this team's not as good as they are. But that's number 1. JPP, Shaq Barrett, Sue. They need to get after Patty Mahomes. Now, on the flip side to that, one of the things Patrick Mahomes is really good at is avoiding pressure. That kind of like Russell Wilson of like, I'm going to run a little bit, like not exactly like run around the backfield for a million years, but I'm going to get out. I'm going to sling it. I'm going to pitch it with my left hand to a guy.
Yeah. Like, Ricky, I've asked, I know this is not in the correct slot, but is there a prop bet for a sack of 15 plus yards on Pat Mahomes?
Have not
he backpedals like a motherfucker sometimes.
I can look it up right now. the defense.
That is my fear. He
see.
will backpedal, and there is a chance he eats a 15-yard sack. Like, he will eat a drive killer, and he will throw off his back foot. So I would say a sack of 15-plus yards and an interception are guarantees in my mind.
So
I think both of those happen this game.
The sack props we will get into is there is the QB to get sacked first. That is one of them.
Whatever.
Total sacks, team total sacks, team to record first sack, team to record most sacks. There is no longest sack.
Okay.
I do not
Any
see
distance.
one.
All right, well, fuck it. Well, I'm just saying that's a weird one to call for, but I'm saying, like, there's a very good chance Pat Mahomes tries to extend a play, backpedal, and it's either going to be a 15-yard sack or a pick because it's thrown off his back foot. Yeah. But, like, you're right. He does make magic happen in the backfield, and he does have the ability to run forward with the ball as long as he doesn't have whatever happened to him with the toe, the neck, all that.
That was just a fucking bad hit. Not an ugly hit like...
It was a fluke. I chalk up to a fluke. I truly don't believe that it's anything like...
The way the neck was just pulled, I was like, I immediately was like, oh, I'm scared for him.
Yeah. It was scary. It was a scary moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like I agree. That's the 110%. This matchup is down to the defensive pressure from the Bucs and Patrick Mahomes finding ways to do bubble screens, pitches, every screen under the sun is going to happen. I think Le'Veon going to get some touches.
You think so?
I think we're going to see some Le'Veon.
Okay, because for me, that's number 2 for me is the Bucs need to get pressure. The number 1 thing is like the only reason it's number 2 is like we said, there's a counteraction. Patrick Mahomes and what he does. You want to know the easiest way you avoid that from happening?
Quick throws.
Keep the ball out of fucking Patrick Mahomes' hands. The Bucs need to win time of possession. Like when the Raiders, when the Raiders won, they had the ball 34 minutes compared to like 22 or 23 for the Chiefs. The longer you keep him on the sideline, that's going to bode well for you. Now, yet again,
60 minutes of the game, I'm just going to float that out there.
If you're just scoring, that's different. But like that's why I look for playoff Lenny. Like if they want to win, he's going to have a significant role because. I'm talking significant like he did against Washington, where he had almost 100 yards, had a touchdown. I know he had 55 against Green Bay, 63. Like, I don't know if he's going to be in a 100-yard rusher, but, like, he's got to have at least 16 to 20 carries in my mind because that means you're ticking that clock away. You got to have good yards. But yet again, if I'm the Chiefs, I know this. So it's like, okay, we're going to make sure he doesn't get yards on those runs. So that because for the Chiefs, it's going to bode well. I don't even want to say that. Like, it's not going to bode well if Tom Brady throws the ball more because it's Tom Brady.
You got to say it. I mean, there's a better chance that, Tom Brady will throw an interception. But honestly, at this point, like, I don't really concern myself with time of possession because this Chiefs offense
can just score so quickly.
On a dime, they can go down the field in 3 plays, 2 plays, whatever it is. Their big play fucking factor is insane. Honestly, that's what terrifies me because the only quarterback in the league who I'm afraid to give the ball to in the last 2 minutes of the game while he's down by less than a score is Aaron Rodgers. Like that is it strikes a fear of God into me as a Bears fan. Yeah. I would say the only other guy who is now in that category is Patrick Mahomes. Like Patrick Mahomes has an it factor to his game where he will make the biggest throws when it counts. And not a moment before. Like, that is the thing. Like, when you're like, they're going to need to control the time possession. I agree. That is 100% Tampa Bay's game plan. But I also think that the Chiefs don't need time of possession lead to win a game because of how effectively they can move the ball down the field with their speedy receivers, with Travis Kelce in the seam. I just think that they make big plays happen. So it's like, great. You guys can slow us down and try to put all this pressure on. But the second one of you makes a mistake, one guy on that 11-man front makes a mistake, it's going for 60. Yeah. It's going to the house.
I mean, look, I would be shocked if the Bucs were not watching tape these last 2 weeks of fucking Tyreek Hill from when they
everybody's watching tape. Everybody, I get that.
No, but it's like how Tyreek Hill just in the first half alone torched them at home, which is Super Bowl is a home game.
That game was hilarious.
This game is a home game for the Bucs. It is in Tampa. So basically, returning to the scene of the crime is the cheetah, Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
To me, it's like if I'm the Bucs defense, yeah, you got to get after Patrick Mahomes, but it's like, can we contain? It's the Adrian Peterson model. If you can't stop him, you can only hope to contain him. Can we contain Travis Kelce and or Tyreek Hill? Can we make it like that? Should be an adage of like, we got to make somebody else beat us. Like if somebody else beats us besides the big three of Mahomes, Kelce, and Hill, I can live with that. I can't fucking have these three just roasting us all game.
I think that is smart. I think everything you said there is right, but I don't know how they do it. Yeah. I don't think that there's a single guy who can line up.
Path to victory.
I don't think there's a single guy who can line up and stop Kelce running a seam route up the middle. Not one. Like you put a linebacker on him, he's toast. You put a corner on him, he's toast. Put a safety. The whole thing is you have to double, which means guess what? If you have a safety coming down to go after Kelce, guess who's not covering deep for Tyreek Hill? Like that's what it's going to come down to. It's can Patrick Mahomes read the defense pre-snap, get his guys in the right situations? To me, that's what this game will come down to. It's recognize pressure pre-snap, call out your mics, and then see where the safety is going to go, because that safety is going to decide where the ball is going. If the safety is going to drop in coverage, Hill's probably off limits. You're probably looking for a shorter pass or a mid-range pass, other side of the field. You're fine with that. If the safety is coming in, though, playing in the box, trying to jam at the line, fuck that's going deep. It's a home run shot right there. So like that's my thing is this game is so much, and I hate saying this because we're literally talking the other side of the field with the greatest player of all time in football history in Tom Brady, and I'm saying the game doesn't even matter about him. Like it doesn't matter. It's to me it is 110%. Can Patrick Mahomes identify, read, and make the correct calls against this Tampa Bay defense? That's where this game is to me. I don't even look at the other side of the ball. Is that dumb, or is that just like, am I over emphasizing?
You're right. Like for me, that's why the main thing with the Bucs defense. Like I know I mentioned JPP, I mentioned Shaq Barrett. Yeah, there's one other guy that I feel like a secondary guy that if
you gave him love.
Yeah. Murphy Bunting. Like he is a sneaky third. Like I say sneaky. I think he's got the higher odds of all three in the Super Bowl MVP prop bets. But like he's the one where I feel like in the secondary, if somebody's gonna make something happen, it's got to be him. But like I don't see it. Reason why I was a little distracted, Dave. This was actually I just saw this. This is from 40 minutes ago. Has something to do with the game, but doesn't have something to do with the game. I'm just going to read the article from ESPN. Britt Reed, the son of Kansas City head coach Andy Reid, and the team's outside linebacker coach, was involved in a multi-car accident Thursday night that left a 5-year-old child with a life-threatening injury. According to team statement and police reports, Reid was scheduled to leave with the Chiefs Saturday for Super Bowl against the Buccaneers, but is now expected to travel to Tampa, Florida. A source told ESPN. According to the incident report provided by the KC, Missouri Police Department, a car ran out of gas on an on-ramp to Interstate 435 on Thursday night. As the driver called relatives for help, a second car arrived, also parking on the on-ramp. So, yeah, that's an interesting situation that's going down. Like, it doesn't seem like that's why I'm saying it's going to affect the game but not affect the game, because obviously it's something involved. It sucks that something like that fucking happened. That's why my attention was kind of diverted.
The mental is probably it's hard not to be distracted. Both you and for obviously the coaching staff there. Yeah, it's scary stuff. I'm trying to remember back. Wasn't there a situation where it was like one of the coaches' family members died?
College football. It was LSU. Yeah. I think it was the LSU Joe Burrow's one, where it was basically his daughter, I think it was.
I think
died in like a plane crash while going to the game, I think it was.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
So like not exactly.
Like I don't even imagine. I can't imagine what that does to you.
Obviously, hope the 5-year-old, obviously the life-threatening 5-year-old, hopefully pulls clear. But that was something that I saw. I'm like, shit, 40 minutes ago. That thing's fucking like hot off the presses.
That's tough.
Anything else about this game though that you think like will be a factor? Because for me, it's like it's keeping the ball out of Mahomes' hand. It's getting after Mahomes. Otherwise, if they can't do that, this may be a blowout by the Chiefs.
I don't think blowout. I don't think blowout happens at all.
May.
No, I'm saying like from my side, I think this is Tom Brady is never out of a football game.
Yeah.
I think Tom Brady is a fucking competitor to the end. Is AB 100? Well, he's not 100%, but is AB playing? Yes.
Have not heard otherwise.
Okay. Yeah, so AB's good to go. You got Scotty Miller. Like, they're gonna be able to move the ball on that Chiefs defense. It just comes down to like, hey, how are we gonna be able to play? And again, here's the other thing. I haven't even looked here. What's the X factor? The weather. What's the weather sitch down there?
The weather sitch. Let's see what ESPN has because they usually
in Tampa Bay.
They usually use AccuWeather. It's got to be good conditions for this fucking Tampa Bay, right?
I don't know if it's gonna rain.
Remember that snowy Super Bowl in fucking New York?
I do.
ESPN says it is going to be 73 and rainy.
So rain involved.
It does have the picture of the cloud with the rain, Dave.
That was the thing. I heard the story the other day of, Peyton Manning 2 weeks out from the Super Bowl saw that there might be rain when they were facing the Bears that game that lasted 16 seconds. The game started and ended in 16 seconds. All Bears fans know exactly what I'm talking about.
Does that bode well for the Bucs or for the Chiefs?
I don't know. That's actually a damn good question.
I would say the Bucs, right? Because of playoff Lenny?
I mean, playoff Lenny was strong in his early performance.
If you have to put a team on...
my concern is like Tom Brady throwing with a wet ball.
Yeah, so you'll run the ball more with playoff Lenny compared to the Chiefs having to run more with Allaire.
I don't think the Chiefs game plan changes at all.
Okay, you think they stay the same?
Pat Mahomes has a fucking cannon.
It's just a lot of fucking screens.
I thought this is a chance for Tom Brady to make more mistakes because we've seen him have phenomenal moments with his arm in the playoffs. And we've also seen some where it's left lacking.
Yeah.
Now, if one of those throws goes awry with a wet ball, that's a massive chance for the Chiefs to take advantage of. That's my thought. I agree, though. Playoff Lenny would get more touches by default, but it also opens them up to more turnovers.
Yeah.
Again, slippery ball, punched out. Both defenses very capitalistic.
Before we go on to the player props, Dave, let's take a little diversion. Let's get off the exit way. Do you have a Charlie horse there, or did you hit your leg?
I had my leg up the entire time, and I shifted it in the pain from the bone just being in that muscle the entire time. Ooh, that hurts.
Well, let's hope we get that thing lubricated with some Wet Boys, Dave. Dampest of dudes, soggiest of shooters, the moistest of men. Sometimes the missiest, because the joint, it's like, you got to lubricate.
It's not the joint. It's literally the muscle. I put, you know how you put your calf on your kneecap when you cross your leg? Yeah. It's that, and like there's a fucking indent in my calf right now that just hurts.
Just got to pour some water on it, Dave. Get that out of there.
Yeah,
I hope
gotta
that's
hydrate.
How that works. We're like sponges. We suck it up. But these are our players of the day from the day prior. How it goes is Dave gives a wet boy, I give a wet boy. Patrons at patreon.com/MVP vids give their own as well. Dave, we'll kick it off to you. No, what was I going to say? No more hiatus of it? That doesn't sound right. Fuck it. Who's your wet boy? February 5th, 2021.
Without a delay.
That's
what my wet boy is. I talked about him a little bit earlier this week.
Yes, you did.
Jayshawn Tate, the ultimate role player, the guy who will inevitably replace PJ Tucker for this Houston Rockets team. He's someone who can knock down open corner threes. He's a massive hustle player. He's got good size. Again, interesting story. If you guys didn't know about him, he was a 4-year player at Ohio State. He actually played with D'Angelo Russell all the way back in Russell's freshman year. Multiple years there. He actually went to the NBL. Massively successful. First team all NBL player. And then because of that, he was able to get that signing with the Houston Rockets. It's a really cool story for someone who went undrafted and then suffered an injury in that first season. Yeah. He was picked up by the Bucks, by the way. But undrafted, picked up by the Bucks, injured, and then he went over to the NBL the following year and really played his ass off. Had a great year, and I love the fact that he is earning every minute for this Rockets team. And he's like the ultimate, like, I can do it all because just sheer willpower and effort. I love the guy. Watching him play is fun. He's able to get some big blocks. He's a pest on defense. Like, I'm glad he had his best game of his career, and he's just a super good guy. So shout out to the Rockets. Shout out to Jay Sean Tate.
Dave's like, I'm glad that he did well because Dave's like, I literally gave him love.
It was a timely shout out.
Dave's like, I literally gave him love earlier this week. I'm going to change things up then because the patron wet boy actually has some similarities to your wet boy, to where it is it's a unique wet boy that we don't really see often. So we're going with a frozen fella from the patrons, and his name's Jason Spezza. And he is a 37-year-old. Don't know if you could tell by his picture.
He does look a little bit older. Yep.
So he's 37.
He's got a dead face. Yeah,
he does. He's 37 years old, and I'm getting all this from resident Leafs fan JD. He messaged me on Discord with all the information.
Sense, yeah.
Apparently, last night in the Leafs game, he got a hat trick, and all of his goals were beauties, and it's also his 8th hat trick of his career.
Nice.
He's a 4th liner, so basically irrelevant.
He basically barely gets. Yeah,
he only played 12 minutes and got 3 goals in those 12 minutes, and Incredible. He's on the vet minimum of $700,000, and the Leafs are his favorite team.
That's awesome.
So he's 37-year-old, got a hat trick, playing for his favorite team on a vet minimum. Unlikely story.
It's a great story to hear. I'm glad to have a frozen fellow today because this is a story of underdogs so far. Right, where you fuck this up.
Mine is a story of underdogs, Dave, and this is very near. This is very near and dear to my heart, Dave, because my wet boy fucked me. By the way, it's one of those I respect. Game recognizes game.
Game recognizes game, really.
So last night in one of my college basketball parlays. 14-2 Eastern Kentucky.
Sure.
Going up against Austin P. I'm like, Eastern Kentucky's getting the win, no problem. They beat them by 5 before. Lines at -1.5. Like, this is a slam dunk for the Colonials. Playing at home, like, slam dunk. No way I have to worry about this. Well, they lost Austin P 94-79. That fucked my parlay. Only one in that parlay that got fucked. And a big reason why was Terry Taylor. Terry Taylor had 30 fucking points, almost 15 rebounds.
Damn.
Went 3 of 3 from the field, or 3 of 3 from 3, Dave. That miss didn't count. Didn't count.
We're just going to continue the week trying. The whole week. Guys don't miss threes this whole week. Didn't happen. They all went
100%. So this is more of a, yet again, the upset story. They upset Eastern Kentucky on the road at Eastern Kentucky. And more from me, game recognizing game. Because like Terry Taylor, I told you, you fucked me. You fucked my parlay. You made me lose $1 when I could have gained an extra $12. But
wait, it's the Austin. What's their second word on that card?
Austin P. So it's like PEA without the Y. Austin P. Governors. Hello, Governor.
Hello, okay. I like what you did there.
But yeah, story of upsets today with the
underdogs.
Or underdogs, I should say. With the web boys.
You knew where you're going.
I tried. And A for effort, right?
I heard the exhibitionist conversation earlier today.
So bad. Oh man, English is hard, guys. Like
it is a difficult language.
Yeah, well, I feel like other languages are easier, but at the same time, I'm so old right now. It's like fuck. I wish I learned another language as a kid.
I agree.
But before we go on to our player props, Dave, let's talk about today's sponsor of the show, and that is Manscaped. Support for MVP Sports Live today coming from Manscaped, who is the best in below the waist male grooming needs.
They are
Manscaped. They're the best around. No one's ever gonna keep them down. And there's no reason why you should keep your own grooming down. Manscaped is trusted by over 2 million men worldwide. Join the movement for all your below-the-waist grooming needs. Like I've been saying forever, past few weeks, is my balls never felt smoother. It's a great feeling. I want every man to feel as great as I would.
If you did use the product, actually, in the comment section on YouTube.
I do. I use the product. I literally so here's the thing, Dave. Do we need to start an OnlyFans so I can show people I actually use the product? There's a hint.
That's a bold move. That's a bold move.
Like, here's the thing. I would literally, I do have the stones, by the way, to if YouTube let me, I would show you right now. I know you don't want to see that, but like you come at me and you say, "Oh, these guys probably don't use the product." Oh, motherfucker, I do use the product because that is the thing. I have integrity, Dave. Integrity. I am not a shrill. A shill? What is it? No, the one where it's like basically you don't use the product, but you basically
a shill. A shill. You're not shilling, that's what it is. You're not shilling the product without using it. Yeah. I believe in the product. Myself. I think you did too. Yeah.
Like the only thing I haven't used from it, and that's why I haven't talked about it, is the ball toner. I haven't used the toner yet. I got the deodorant. It smelled really nice. I have not toned yet, so that's why I haven't talked about the ball toner much.
Need a midday update. That's what it's for.
But this thing is fucking awesome. Lawnmower 3.0. You can get yourself a Lawnmower 3.0 by getting 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com using the code MVP. That is manscaped.com. You just type in the code MVP. You get 20% off and free shipping. The double duo. Your balls will obviously thank you. Like, it's just a great product. You should go ahead and use it. And Dave, that'll bring us into our prop bets for the Super Bowl. If I can click the thing and it actually pops up. Dave, there are a lot of prop bets.
I love it, Ricky. This is the time when I'm going to struggle on Saturday to not download a gambling application.
I say just do it, Dave. Like just and the reason...
I've been holding out this long, and again I've been checking with you. I'm like, how you doing? How you feeling? Because I'm like, look, Ricky knows his shit more than I do. So if Ricky's making money, maybe I can make some money. And I've seen the big wins, Ricky. You've rolled in it a couple nights.
I have. Now, there have obviously been nights where I have not rolled in it. But yet again,
true. It is a gamble.
And yet again, you can't go into too heavy. I was going in $5 bets here and there. That's why I'm down right now.
Don't bet we can't afford. That's always what we preach.
Switched it up a little bit. I'll just put it this way. I was nervous because I was as low as basically what I did is I put $300 in my account. And then I'm like, once the 300's gone, like, that's it. I'm taking a break for a while. Yeah. And I got below 200 for a couple weeks ago. And I was like, shit, like, things are going sour. Yep. I got right back up to 280 really fast, Dave. So I was
you're just playing evensies basically right now. And this is the weekend. This is the weekend for gambling because this is where all the prop bets are.
One of them is going to break through. Dave,
let's hear it.
First thing I want to ask you, this is not a prop bet, but this is a part of the bet. Over under 55.5 points. You going with the over or the under?
Super Bowls have not been the highest scoring games. I'm going under. Going under.
If each team goes 28 points, it's over.
Yeah. I'll take the under on this one, Ricky. I am not feeling, and I know both these offenses are very good, but you said rain earlier and that made me question it. That put a hint of doubt in my mind. Now, that's not to say we're 2 days away. And to be fair, we're up here in Chicago where it's going to be -2 during the game, which is just a fucking blast, by the way. Got to move at some point. But yeah, I'm wondering. I think the under might have it for me. I'm going to be a negative Nancy. And I heard this one.
Yeah.
Actually, I should pull up your sheet. I don't want to jump ahead of any of these bets. Give me one moment real quick.
I say we could just jump like if you say it and it fucking jumps.
Our buddy Tone Diggs brought up first half scoring for both of these teams. First quarter scoring unders for the Chiefs because the Chiefs always start out the gate slow. He was a big proponent of under on the first quarter and under on the first half for the Bucks. So he thinks it's a late game for both these teams. He thinks the third and fourth quarter is when we're going to see the offense. So he's going under. Tom Brady never pops off in the first quarter. So if you can go under on the first quarter for both teams, that's what we're looking at. That was a hot that I liked. I liked what Tone was selling me.
So the
Kobe Cowboy himself.
Let's see. Points per team. What I'm seeing here is like first quarter versus second quarter. What's going to have more points? So there's first verse second, first verse second, first verse third, first verse fourth. And
there should be like a under per quarter or something.
Because right now I'm looking at points. I'm gonna find it, Dave. I'll find it.
There's a lot of bets out there. That's the problem on that.
That got to play.
You can bet on. Sponsor us.
Yeah. Yeah, I will find it. But most of the things I was going through, I was just going right through them. I don't know if we'll get to everything because like
Oh,
this is
stop.
fucking done. First thing you got to start with, Dave, coin toss. You going heads, you going tails. Apparently today on the Pat McAfee show, that heads is a little bit heavier. So if like Pat was saying, we actually get a flipper, maybe it's good it's on tails. But if you get a slider, like one of those people that just fucking plops it out there, maybe it goes on heads. It could be a
quick one flip and down, and then you lose. So yeah, because what do they start with? Is heads always facing up to start?
I have no idea.
See, that's a question. I don't know if they did the research. Like, do they always put heads up to start the coin flip? Because then very quickly, like you said, if there's a slider, like if it's a one flip, then tails makes sense.
Yeah.
But if they're going to really, it's up in the air.
I'm assuming they do tails because usually heads is the NFL logo, tails is the Super Bowl
tails
logo.
Is the game.
So they always want that Super Bowl logo on top. That's why it's usually heads.
I will take tails. Okay. I'm gonna ride or die with Pat McAfee.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I'm not putting down $30,000 like he is, but
Dave, it goes back to, remember gym class elementary school where we'd have the coin flip where Mr. Casey would just throw them up and we'd have to guess heads or tails. Yep. Tails never fails, Dave.
Tails does never fail.
Tails never fails. Got to go with tails all day, every day. Some quarterback props. Most passing yards, Mahomes or Brady?
Mahomes.
Easy. I'm going Mahomes all day on passing yards. The next one, highest completion percentage, Mahomes. I think Chiefs are going to get out to an early lead. Brady's going to throw more.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
In my mind, I'm going Brady's pretty conservative. He doesn't lose a lot of balls down the field, so I might go Brady. I'm gonna split with you on this one. I'll go Brady.
Here, let's see. There's a part of me that goes, what have they been like so far? Because I haven't looked at that. I'm just thinking Chiefs with an early lead. That means the Bucs are.
I'm not looking at shit.
Dave's like, I don't want anything to sway me.
I don't want stats sway me.
Here's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Is the last play of the game a QB kneel, Dave?
I mean, usually it's a QB kneel, or it's an incompletion, or it's an interception. Those are three most likely. It's never a touchdown.
Well, I mean, the Malcolm Butler was an interception, but it would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, that's I'm going like. Yeah, I'll say it's a kneel. Fuck it. Okay. Fuck it. I will say kneel.
Yeah. See, there's a part of me that's going against.
You think it'll be a close game?
I think it's going to be down. I think it's not going to be down to the wire, but I'm thinking I would put my money on incompletion. So that's why I'm going away from the kneel. And then we got a lot of like, all right, Mahomes, is he going to throw a touchdown first or an INT? I go touchdown.
Touchdown, I agree. Yep.
Like Tom Brady, I don't know about this one. Touchdown, INT. There's a part of me that wants to go INT first, but there's a part of me that goes interception first, kind of based on what you said. They kind of both score late. But I feel like if anyone's going to score the touchdown first, it's going to be Mahomes.
Yeah. You know what? I'll say touchdown for both. I'll say touchdown both.
Okay. It's really hard with that fucking interception. Who's the first quarterback sacked? I'm going Brady.
I'm going Mahomes.
You think so? You think because of the scramblability, he's going to get lost in the sauce and basically get tackled?
I mean, no disrespect to Chiefs defense. Like Chiefs defense is very good this year, but you hear the names on the Bucs defense thrown around an awful lot, and I think that maybe we are overlooking the Chiefs defense, but Tom Brady is a veteran, and he will get rid of that ball at all costs. He doesn't want to take a hit.
First quarterback to throw an INT. I'm going Brady over
Brady.
Mahomes.
100% Brady.
INT. The two interesting ones for quarterback. Yes or no? 6+ touchdown passes for
total
for a quarterback.
Oh,
like
no.
Does any of the quarterbacks go 6+ touchdowns?
No.
Does any of the quarterbacks go 400 yards plus? Yes or no?
No. Because I think it's about 330 and about 280.
Because of the rain, right?
Yeah.
Receiving props. Who has the most receiving yards? I don't care the odds. Tyreek Hill would be my answer for this. Tyreek Hill's having the most yards. It's not going to be Mike Evans. It's either going to be
red zone.
It's either Kelsey, Godwin, or Tyreek.
I don't think it's Godwin. I think it's Scotty Miller.
Okay.
Or Travis Kelsey. I think it's a two-man race.
So you're taking Evans out of the game completely.
Not a fucking factor. He's a red zone target, Ricky.
Okay.
He will catch a slant route. He'll get a 10-yard pickup. He'll get a 17-yard pickup. He'll get a touchdown, but like a 2-yard touchdown. But he's not going to gather all the yards up throughout the game. No, that is Scotty Miller territory.
100+ yard receiver, yes or no? Part of me wants to say Kelsey does it.
Kelsey or Reek will do it. 100% in my mind.
So we will have a 100+ yard receiver.
Yes, that's free money.
Who gets the first pass reception? Who's catching it? Is it Like if it's the Chiefs, it's Kelsey. If it's the Bucks, I don't know who the fuck it is. Is it Godwin then? Is it Godwin? I don't know. Is it Miller? Like
we could see some cheeky shit though. That's the problem.
Is it fucking playoff Lenny?
You could see him try to catch him on little bit of screenplay. Let it play out a little bit. See what they're bringing. Then a little dump off pass to playoff Lenny. I could see that happening. I'm staying away from that prop bet.
Yeah, that is one where
I'm not putting money down.
If I am,
every other bet so far, I feel pretty okay about.
If I do, it's Kelsey, but I would lay the chalk on that one, Dave, as they say. Longest reception. What player has it? Is it Scotty Miller? Is he going to break one off and he has the largest one, or is it Tyreek Hill?
How's it not Tyreek Hill? It's the Cheetah.
Okay, it's either or. Like apparently,
no. Who's blanking on his name? The other wide receiver for the Chiefs.
Watkins. He's questionable.
Nope. There's no speedster over there who literally has done almost nothing. NFL team.
Dave's like, I'll get it for you.
Chiefs. I'm pulling it. Depth chart.
I think it starts with an R.
Demarcus Robinson.
Told you.
No, McCall Hardman.
Oh, okay. I thought it started with an R.
No, it's McCall Hardman.
Okay. So you think Hardman might have the longest reception?
He is a boom or bust kind of player. So, yeah.
Rushing props. First 10-yard rusher or first 10+ yard rusher. It's got to be playoff. Like most of these have to be playoff Lenny, right? For the players.
Patrick Mahomes.
Ooh, you think fucking QB scramble?
I think it'll be a scamper.
Okay.
I'm putting the money in the scamper.
Total combined rushing yards. Now there's rain. Over under 182.5.
182.
I kind of want to go like. There's a part of me. So half of that would be what, about 61.5 for each. I kind of want to go over that because
it'd be 90 each. Because if it's 180, that's 90.
You're right. 90. Yeah, under.
I feel good about the under.
Unless playoff Lenny has a 90-yard performance. That's the only thing. Like,
no, because the Chiefs aren't going to rush for 90 yards. There's no way the Chiefs rush for 90 yards. There's zero chance.
Yeah, but Patrick Mahomes?
No. If they will end with combined like 75 yards rushing. Playoff Lenny would have to have about 110, 120 to make this happen, or 110 if they're going to get 70 yards. So
good point.
I'm going under. I feel good about the under.
Because KC's over-under for rushing yards is 90.5.
I'm going under.
And then TB is 92.5. Like that one, I stay away from that one because playoff Lenny could go over it, but he could probably stay under it.
Yeah, I'm not touching that side. But I will say under overall, total yard for rushing.
Yes or no? 2-player props. KC, yes or no, rushing touchdown. TB definitely hit the yes on that one. Playoff Lenny is getting a touchdown. Probably. KC, it depends. I could see Allaire in a red zone. They give it to him and he gets in, but does Patrick Mahomes get a rushing touchdown?
No. I don't think Mahomes gets in the end zone. I think he throws. No. I don't think he gets the couple yard trot with the hand up. Not going to happen.
With that one, I don't like. I stay away from KC's rushing touchdown. I would lean no, but I wouldn't take it. The TB one, like I am guaranteeing that playoff Lenny has one touchdown in this game. Okay. And then the 100+ playoff rusher we already had. First down, KC-TB. Who's going to win the coin toss? That's basically what this is, right?
I don't fucking know. Yeah, I say we don't know.
I mean, there's
if I had to guess, I will say that the Buccaneers get the first down. Fuck it.
We also have, will there be a successful onside kick in this game?
No.
Dave, odds on that, by the way, because I think it's in, let's see, onside kick.
I can't be worth doing on its own. That's got to be a hell of a parlay you'd have to stretch to get the money.
No, dude, the fucking odds on the onside kick one were fucking huge.
Really?
Yeah.
Against it?
No, like literally the only option is yes. And it's like plus. It was ridiculous. It's not enough for me to take because I'm not. Yeah. So okay. So the yes is plus 2,200, and the no is minus 6,000.
Yeah, so I mean that's the whole thing is like, yeah, we all know there won't be an onside kick. So it's like, if you want to try, I mean, if you think there'll be a very close game, or if you think it'll be a long enough game where they have to do a onsider to get back a free possession,
Yeah.
sure. My money's on no.
What about this one was unique for me. They're calling it, will there be a scoregami, Dave? A scoregami. Will there be a scoregami, unique final score in NFL history? Will this be a final score that we have never seen before?
I couldn't tell you every final score, so I'll just say no.
Yes is plus 1,100. No is minus 1,400.
There we go.
Also, opening kickoff. Will it be returned for a touchdown? Plus 5,500. Yes.
No.
It's the only thing on there.
No, opening kickoff is going to be a touchback.
What do you think the odds were for Devin Hester's? Like those odds had to be low, right? Like very low. Like don't even bet it.
Because did you hear that story?
No,
I got told.
No, I didn't.
So the Colts were all week saying, we're not going to kick to him. We're not going to kick to him. We're not going to kick to him. And then on Saturday, the pastors in there talking about David versus Goliath. And he's like, he wasn't afraid of him. David wasn't afraid of Goliath. He went right at him.
And they went right at him.
That convinced the Colts fucking coaches to be like, we're not afraid of Devin Hester. We're going to set the tone by showing the Bears that their best player, we're not afraid of him.
Yikes.
I mean, that didn't really work out to start the game, but it didn't matter after that. The game only lasted 16 seconds, I will remind all of you.
It's like, how did that work out? Other ones I got, Dave. Two of them, but each for each team. Chiefs first touchdown. Minus 220 passing touchdown, plus 170 any other touchdown.
I probably agree with that. Yeah, I'll take that money. Chiefs.
And then same thing with the Bucks, but the Bucks minus 185 passing touchdown, or are you going with the any other touchdown at plus 145?
No.
You going passing touchdown on that one? TP getting in.
That's how we're getting in.
Here's a unique one that I won't bet on, but it's funny that they do it like this. The jersey number of the first touchdown scorer, over under 22.5. Over, right? Because if it's a wide receiver, they're all over. All their numbers are over 22. Right?
Yeah, sure. Let's go over. Yeah, I'll take the over.
And then it's jersey number of the last score, same thing, over 22. That's the thing where it's like, most of the receivers, right? Most of their jerseys are like 80s, 60s. Like, unless it's Patrick Mahomes running in or a running back. Like, most of them. See, Eric says running back. So, like, if you think a running back's going to score first, go under. Because usually they have the numbers that are under 22.5. But, like, I know there's some receivers and maybe some tight ends that might have 15. All right. Because maybe I'm just thinking of old wide receivers that have the higher numbers. What's Kelsey's?
81, I think.
Yeah. So if you think it's Reed, go under. If you think it's Kelsey, go over.
Michael Hardman, 17.
Okay.
Sammy Watkins is 14.
Yeah. So maybe go under with that one. Is that what we're thinking?
Clyde Edwards-Helaire is 25. Pat Mahomes is loading. Is 15. So I would say if you're betting on the Chiefs, if it's Kelsey or bust, basically that's your decision.
So I think I found the scoring one you were talking about. First off, largest lead of the game, over under 14.5. Does a team ever lead by more than 14 points?
Two scores? Yeah.
That's the underdog one. That's plus 100.
I'll take that.
We also got, I think I found the one you were talking about. It says, Kansas City, will they have more points in the first half, plus 100, or in the second half in overtime?
Second half in overtime is minus how much?
125.
Yeah, I mean, that sucks, but yes, that's the right answer.
And then the Bucks, they actually have both of them at minus 115.
I wouldn't touch that.
First half versus second half in overtime.
Not touching that at all, then.
Will there be any scoreless quarter, Dave? If you put yes, that's plus 550. No is basically unbettable. It's minus 1,000.
Yeah, I'm staying away.
Is the game decided by an... will the game be decided by 3 points? Yes is plus 450. By exactly 3.
No. I'm going to say no.
Will it be decided by exactly 7 plus 750?
No.
Will the winning team trail in the fourth quarter? Yes is plus 260.
Winning team trail in the fourth quarter. Are we sensing a comeback heroic victory? No, I'm not. Fuck it.
The only way I'm taking that is if you think the Buccaneers are going to win. That's it. Like the Buccaneers are the only ones that I feel like the Chiefs are going to win. They're going to be up. Total sacks over under 4.5. Over hardcore. I feel like JP, especially like if JPP is going to win fucking MVP, Dave, he's going to have like 2 or 3 sacks. Yeah. Let's see. Will there be an interception return for a touchdown? Yes is plus 650.
There's no
total interceptions over under 1.5. I say over. I go over. Tom Brady's throwing at least 2.
I'll take the over, actually. I think each quarterback could throw 1.
And then boom, you're in the money.
Exactly. I'll take over, yeah.
Team to record the first interception. Chiefs or Bucks? Bucks are the dog at plus 120. Chiefs are minus 155.
I'll take the action. I'll take the plus 120.
And then defensive... will there be a defense or special teams touchdown? Yes is 220. Will there be a Harrison play, Dave? Fumble picked up. He's running into the house.
There could be. I'm staying away. I don't know. I'm not sure which way I'd go.
I'm trying to see. Let's see the last one. They even have fucking penalty props.
I'm not touching that. Let's wrap this shit up. Yeah, I am burning through.
Okay. Well, hey, you wanted the player props. I'm actually going to do this right now, actually. I said earlier I was going to do one live. Dave, I am locking it in right now. Watch what I got to make sure I got the right amount on it. All right. How much? You ready for this? You ready? Here's my phone. Boop. I've just put $5 on JPP to win MVP. If he wins MVP of the Super Bowl, 400 buckaroos, baby. 400 buckaroos. I just put $5 on JPP.
For Shaq Barrett.
He's a little bit less. So the odds for...
I assume the favorites are Tom Brady, Mahomes.
But Mahomes is minus 150. Brady's plus 200. Kelsey and Tyreek are plus 1,400.
Okay.
Playoff Lenny's plus 3,000.
Yeah.
Godwin and Evans are plus 3,400. Allaire is plus 3,700. Then you've got Devin White, Shaq Barrett, and the Honey Badger are plus 5,000. And AB Ronald Jones plus 5,500. Darnell Williams plus 6,500. Chris Jones and JPP then are plus 8,000. And our boy Gronk plus 85,000.
Some wild stats.
Ndamukong Suh, if you think he's going to win MVP, he's not. Yep. But if he does, $1 equals 120 in the bank.
That's nice.
The guy with the highest odds, the two of them, Bradley Pinnon and Tommy Towson. $1 gives you $5.50. Ain't gonna happen.
Neither one of those are happening, so that's all right.
You know what? Sean Murphy Bunting, $1, 300. That could actually happen. I actually fucking like that one. That's probably the only one. But Dave, it comes to our time. Who you got? Who you going with? Who you putting the money on?
Taking the Chiefs. I've been telling you all week it's the Chiefs. I've been telling you for 2 weeks it's been the Chiefs. I've been telling you all fucking year it's the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. The story of Tom Brady is legendary, and he will always go down as the greatest player. But this is a Chiefs team that's going to go back to back, and they're going to do something special here. So I can't pick against them. Mm-hmm. I know every reason why the Bucs should win this game, but I can't pick against the Chiefs. So I'm taking the Chiefs.
I can't either. I love, like, if you're going to do a bet with the Chiefs money line, do it. If you're going to do a bet with the Chiefs spread, which is right now -3, go ahead and do it. Bubba Gumpino on McAfee today said that the two things he likes is Chiefs -3. And then he said a parlay of Chiefs money line plus the under 55.5.
Okay.
So, I mean, the odds on it aren't like super big. It's like $1 gets you $2. But if you put enough on it, it's a spicy one for
that's
you.
a pretty good flip, yeah.
But that is going to do it for us, Dave. I actually have to check because
I asked Jake is not there.
he is not there. Then I ain't fucking waiting around for him. That's the thing.
No, I tried to ping him early. He is not here.
I said an MLB today because he said whatever works for me.
Oh yeah, we talked. I talked to him on side. He was going to be here, but then obviously something else came up. So we will catch him Monday.
We'll do it on Monday, but that will do it for us today. Remember, join the Discord if you're not in it already. Link down below or exclamation Discord into Twitch chat. If you want to support us, patreon.com/MVPvids, or you can throw us a sub on Twitch. Either way, you get rewarded for supporting us. We're always on Twitch, twitch.tv/MVPvids. We are also on YouTube at MVP Sports as well. Want to thank you guys for tuning in with us. Thanks to Dave for doing a great week, great show, as we always do. Hope it's a great Super Bowl Sunday that we are then talking about on Monday. I hope that all your bets hit for the Super Bowl, guys. Hope everyone has a good weekend, and as always, have a good day, everybody.